Hi everybody, welcome back to our channel. So good to see everybody. It's Friday night and Peter and I are doing our chores really quick tonight so that we can scoot out of here. We have a date night planned. So I know, it's crazy. We never have a date night. But in truth and reality, we are headed to Grand Island High School tonight, and we're going to view the movie Farmers for America. Now, we are super excited about this. We heard about this event that's happening tonight. We heard about it this week, and we signed up as soon as we heard about it. So, we are running through chores, gonna milk the cows, and we will be on the road. And hopefully we'll get to talk to you while we're driving so we can fill you in a little bit about what the movie's about. And then after the movie, hopefully we can give you a review and also some of the tips we hope to be inspired by. I can't wait to meet all the nice people that put this together, and can't wait to see other farmers that are out there working hard every day to do the same thing we are doing, bringing food to America. And so happy you could join us. So we look forward to sharing the rest of this with you. Okay, have a good day. Hello everyone. Glad you could come back to our channel. We are on our way to Grand Island tonight, and we're taking you with us. Say hello.
Hello. I don't think they've ever been to Grand Island.
I don't think I can remember the last time I was in Grand Island. Can you? I know.
I delivered hay once to Grand Island.
How long ago?
25 years ago.
Well, tonight we were invited to go see the movie called Farmers for America. And of course, we're going.
Yep.
So,
we're going to see Mike Rowe.
It's a movie edited or narrated. Is it narrated?
Hosted by.
Hosted. What is it when somebody? Is it hosted or? I don't know.
Well, we'll look at the credits and see.
We'll look at the credits and so we'll get back to you on that. He will be the voice behind the movie. So the movie is supposed to tell a story about American farmers and the growing age of the average farmer. So tonight we thought we would go see the video and then give a review about the video, because we ourselves are first generation farmers. We watched the trailer, and the trailer pretty much said that farmers in America are getting to an age where it will be hard for the next generation to start farming. That was what I got from it. What'd you get from it?
It was something like that. Startup farmers, or what OV calls the next generation.
So we have been really passionate on our farm and in our lives. Passionate about telling our story, about how you can be just everyday people and decide you want to live on the land, farm full-time, homestead, raise your kids on a farm, buy a little piece of property, turn it into your dream. So we're living the dream.
And hopefully make a living at doing that if that's your goal.
Right. We've made a living since 1998. Pretty much full-time. You've been full-time. I worked off the farm for a few years. We almost lost our farm in 2006. The milk price dropped from $14 a hundredweight. We get paid for every 100 pounds of milk. That's how we get paid for our milk. and it was just nuts. We based all of our cost on $14 a hundredweight, and it dropped to, did it get down to 9?
Close.
So anyway, it was crazy. We didn't know how to pay our bills. So I went off the farm to work, and Peter stayed home on the farm to work and help raise kids, and we got through. We paid a lot of that debt off, and we're still having fun today. But we're both home on the farm now.
We've been both home for a while.
So I'm going to stop this right now, and we will start it back up when we get close to Grand Island, because I want to take some pictures of the Niagara River and show you the area that we're going to view this movie. So please stay with us. Okay, so we're just going over the Grand Island Bridge. It looks like they've stopped the tolls. Of course, it's Peter's in the left-hand lane, so I can't really get a good picture of the river, but we'll try.
Wait till we get on the bridge.
Just coming up on the Niagara River here. If you were to take, this is the bridge, but if you take the Niagara River all the way that way, you will go over Niagara Falls. And now we are on Grand Island. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Starting a video is never really easy. So, because you don't know if you should say, hello, how are you, welcome back. It's a little stressful, don't you think?
Sometimes, but we're going to talk about what we did last night.
We went on a date. Well, with each other. Farmers never get dates, but sometimes you have to take time, and that's what we did. We took time to
drive to Grand Island.
36 miles away.
And we went there to see a movie.
There to see a movie.
At a high school.
Called Farmers for America. So, this afternoon...
I forgot
what?
Who it was narrated by.
It was narrated by... Mike Rowe.
Mike Rowe. You forgot his name? My wife loves Mike Rowe.
I was on a date with him last night. You know, you can't have two men in your life at once. One is enough. Anyway, so we just wanted to take time today, and first of all, we really want to thank Grand Island Incorporated, their farmers market, Grand Island Farmers Market, for hosting this event. It was amazing. And so, honestly, I haven't been in Grand Island for, I don't know, 20 years.
Equally as long.
Our son goes there like weekly to deliver fuel. And
they were very nice people.
Very, very nice people. So, we really could have stayed and talked to them all night long.
And the turnout.
They just so inspired us.
The turnout, they had the viewing of this movie at the local high school. And Grand Island is actually an island situated in the Niagara River. The river goes around it from both sides. And I'm not sure how big it is. It's a big island, but I don't know how many acres if you had to do it in acre-wise. But
we'll have to ask them.
They had well over 100 people show up at this high school for this movie, Farmers for America.
Farmers for America, yes. And if it wasn't for social media, we wouldn't have known anything about this viewing. But I just happened to be looking at a Facebook page, and it had an invite last week to come to this movie on Grand Island and have a private viewing, or that they were showing a documentary there. And it was $5 a person. And so I said, let's go on a date. And
cheap date. Where can you go see a movie for $5 each?
I know, right? And so I said, show me the trailer. Let's see if this is something we even want to see. And so Peter YouTubed the trailer, and it was exactly us, because we are first generation farmers, and we can see in America how hard it is to start a farm. So, and
we've dealt with a lot of the problems they were dealing with.
Oh, exactly. We've dealt with the problems, and we've overcome some of the things that they showed in the trailer of this movie. So we said, we were interested at that point. And we thought, well, we'll go to this movie, and maybe we'll meet up other people that want to be farmers. And we just had no idea where it would go, but we really were excited.
Yep.
So, talking to Tom Thompson, who is the president of Grand Island Farmers Market, it is amazing what these guys have done. They took this island and little plots of land. There's over 40 farms on Grand Island. I'm going to post a picture of the size of Grand Island on this YouTube. But 40 farms.
It has a lot of suburbs there. There's a lot of housing on Grand Island.
Oh, yeah.
And industry.
But just the way that this group has brought community together, and to me, it is just so fantastic. It's a model. Everyone in every little town across in Buffalo, in Syracuse, in Niagara Falls, everyone should follow their model. They're redefining farming. I think they are.
And local food.
And local food, right. They're bringing together all these people that you might just have a backyard plot, and they're bringing you together with other people that could have 10 acres or 20 acres, and it's just amazing. It's so exciting, don't you think?
Yeah, we met people there that were anywhere from a few acres to a quarter acre to just their backyard.
So we live in an ag district, and we farm in an ag district, but we had no idea that other communities really didn't have that opportunity. So this Tom Thompson, he was so good at explaining what they had done to go to their town and go to the county, I think even, and really
the zoning boards
and work together to get a district named for plots of land in Grand Island. And these plots of, and then the amazing thing is, on Tom's farm, they've had a farmer's market going on.
Yep.
And every Monday night, between 4 and 7 at night, they get together, and the community comes. They play bluegrass music and fiddles, and
they sell produce.
Yeah, I could.
They sell produce. They sell eggs. Whatever's produced there on Grand Island. They don't have too many, he said, come from outside of the island.
It was just so nice. So we really were so impressed. And
yeah, we talked to people that had just a few chickens and they were selling eggs. A few people just had backyard gardens and were selling their extra lettuce and their extra cauliflower, broccolis, and everything else. They were able to take it to this farmer's market. They weren't mega growers. They weren't growing an acre of this or 10 acres of that.
I know, I just get so excited because they're just redefining what farming is, and that is so cool. So
farming's eating good.
Yeah. So anyway, let's talk about the movie. What did you think of it?
It was good. it kind of left some things open-ended. It showed a lot of the uphill battles that are facing a lot of young farmers wanting to farm. And I don't think a lot of the answers were really addressed in the end of it, like the land prices and everything else.
Oh,
and
I know.
acquiring land. But they did address it in a way that you didn't need a 1,000-acre farm to produce food. You know what I mean? If you're trying to make a living at it, it's another situation. But they did show people that were making a living off a few acres.
Yeah. I thought one thing that's really important from the movie was they seemed to showcase, like, everybody had a college degree and everyone fit right in because they had a master's degree or they, didn't go for their bachelor's degree. And Peter and I, we have some college, but neither one of us chose the fields that we went to college for. So, we're here to say that don't let college or anything else be an obstacle. If you feel that you are led to grow food, then grow food.
That's your schooling. Start to learn to grow
right.
food.
Talk to other farmers and come to our farm if you want to. We could talk all day to people that are excited about growing food. And so I would say that was the one thing in the movie that kind of struck me was that they showcased, this person went to college for this and had a master's in this. And, really, we've got a lot of people with a lot of college debt today. So I would not let that be a stumbling block for you. Just start to grow food where you're at. We are very passionate about people farming where they're at, even if it's in your backyard. This whole country could change overnight if everyone grew a garden. And, so I think that that's so important. We did think that the movie was really good, and it needs to be seen because young people need to understand where older farmers are at. They've, many generations a lot of times are involved in farms. And to have young people that don't want to farm or that choose to go to college or choose to take jobs where they don't have to work maybe as hard as farming, it does need to be brought out, and I think the movie did a great job at that.
But you don't have to be a full-time farmer to grow your own food.
No.
I mean, you can have an occupation and just enjoy gardening or farming.
So I thought the movie was really good in that way. Some of the other things, like we're organic, and the movie kind of showed organic, which is an option. And years ago, it was looked at as being, kind of the hippie people did organic. And I think that...
I think of our milk inspector years ago.
Why?
Because when I told him we were going to certify organic our milk, and he said, "You're going to join those hippies?"
I think people have every right to know how their food is grown, and
even grow it themselves. Get back to enjoying.
Right.
Thomas Jefferson was quoted as once saying the only thing he liked about the English was their love of gardening.
So, exactly. I mean, and we love what we do. And if you have a mind to grow food, start by eating good food.
That's the biggie.
Start by knowing where your food came from. I am so surprised that, and it showed in the movie, that how many people don't know where their food came from. That they don't know where bacon comes from. It amazed me.
Or a lot of the vegetables or fruits.
Right. So I think...
Or even what good fruits and good vegetables taste like, and that there's different varieties.
Oh, and there's such a flavor.
The flavor differences in varieties.
So...
Whether they considered an apple, it had to be red to be an apple. Well, there's green apples and there's yellow apples, and they all have their own uniqueness. And vegetables, there's thousands of varieties of vegetables with their own tastes.
And there's different kinds of pigs and different kinds of flavors in pigs and in cows. And we need to get back to a country that has that taste for good food.
Yep.
So I really like the idea of Farmers for America, but we are a global world. Like, we have, through our YouTube channel, we've made friends in Holland, in England, in Ireland, and we feel for those guys too, because they deal with the same things we deal with, and the weather and the prices. And I think that should also be noted, that even though we're farmers for America, that we're farmers for our world. Don't you think?
Right.
And
but
so,
we're not out to compete with the farms in England.
No.
We only milk 30 cows.
And we're not out to put them out of business by our exports.
We just like to supply good, natural, wholesome milk to people in our area who we market it through.
So, all right. Well, we don't want to take up your whole afternoon because we have work to do, because
it's sunny out.
It is. It is about time. So thank you, Mother Nature. Thank you, God.
What did our son say this morning about the weather forecast?
Oh, he said there was a weather warning. Nice weather for the next 4 days. So with that, we'll let you go and have a wonderful day.
Have a great day.
Yep.